Hello, if you've been looking for a calculator to determine your max in bench, squat, and deadlift, or your big three, you can find it at this website listed here, functionalstrengthled.com/workout-big-3-lifts-calculator, and you'll find this embedded in the website, and you can download it by clicking the icon in the bottom right. But I'll really quickly show you how to use this. All you need to do is fill in the gray cells throughout, and once you've completed this, a graph will pop up that shows you your ratio of bench, squat, and deadlift, and where you compare against the average. So let's go ahead and fill this in with Mach numbers. Let's say that you weigh 205 pounds and you bench 225 times for reps, and this is something that this is some weight that you need to do less than 10 reps of for this to calculate properly. Once you get above 10, the various calculations kind of start getting out of whack. So let's say we can do that very comfortably for 8 reps. All of a sudden this will be populated with the 7 different equations that I've found out there for max, given this being a typical rep set that you'll do. So if you do 225 for 8 times comfortably, the Epley method suggests that you do a 285 max, whereas the Walton says 287, and likewise throughout. And they're just, you'll see here, slightly different calculations with a bunch of if-then statements so that these stay blank until you fill in both categories. Now let's move down to squat. Let's say we squat 425 comfortably for 6 reps. Same thing happens. Turns out that the max calculators work equivalently well for each of the big 3 workouts. So they're actually the same calculation. I think a lot of people think that these calculations are different, or that there exist different calculations for the different lifts, but for the most part they should be fairly accurate regardless. And let's say on deadlift you do 375 regularly for 8 reps. And then all of a sudden we see that your ratio charts pop up. This is the user's bench, squat, deadlift ratio. So this is whatever you've put in gets filled out here. So of your total weight that you've lifted, which is 1252, 22% is bench, 40% is squat, and 37% is deadlift. Whereas the average person at that weight lifts 23% of their bench, 33% of their big 3 is squat, and 44% of their big 3 is deadlift. So this mock person is fairly close to the average. And then up here we also see where you stand against average. And if you look at the equations, you can see how they're determined, whether you're above average, average, below average, or expert. And for your weight, it also gives you the average. So we're over by 330 pounds. So this is how you use this particular calculator. Again, you can fill it out directly at this website, and I'll put it in the show notes. Or you can download it so you can use it on your own computer by simply clicking the icon at the bottom that looks like a down arrow on a file. So, hope this helps you guys figure out your big 3 safely without having to actually put on all that weight. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope this helps.